Welcome to class, everyone. Thank you for joining. I am your instructor, Audrey Flores Amaya, and this is Go High Level Made Simple. I'm so excited that you guys are here. That means that you are about to start an exciting journey for yourself that can lead to financial freedom, that can lead to more flexibility, that can improve operations in your business. It's all good, right? So, first of all, I want to tell you my goal with this course is by the end of this course, I want you to know which path you want to take with Go High Level. Do you want to learn it yourself? Do you want to get your assistant to learn it to do the work for you? Do you want to pay someone to set up everything for you? Or if it's just not for you, then I just want you to know which path you want to go or you want to try by the end of this course. So here is a quick overview of the course. We're going to start with the welcome, of course, get you to know a little bit about what Go High Level is in general. Then we're going to talk about the dashboard. There's different views on a dashboard, so we're going to touch on the different parts of the dashboard, followed by the website builder. So we're going to go through some parts of the website builder, get you familiar with how that would look. The last 2 points, the CRM tools and the marketing, are definitely my favorite part of Go High Level. This is where all the automation happens. This is where the magic happens, okay? So that's what we're going to review today. There's so much more in Go High Level to go over, but for the purpose of this course, I'm not going to get into detail to everything, just some of the essentials that you would use if you decide to choose Go High Level as your website and CRM. Okay? And don't worry, I know sometimes tech can be a little bit overwhelming, but this course, think about it more as you're curious about something and you're going to get some information. No tech skills required, all right? So, what is Go High Level? In simple terms, Go High Level is an all-in-one system that replaces multiple tools that people use to organize their digital life, right? So think about websites, emails, booking, calendar appointments, payments, client tracking. Everything is on one dashboard, is in one place. It is both a CRM and a business operations hub. A CRM is a customer relationship management system. So, in simple terms, that allows you to track all of your leads and all of your clients. You have a space online where you can organize all of the information per person so that whenever you need to generate a report, for example, you can say, let's say I wanted to see in 2024 how many people purchased this pair of shoes from our product line, and you're able to generate that report because you have a system that tracks the behaviors and all of the history per client or per lead. Go High Level allows you to be the architect of your online design. It is the tool that you can use to consolidate, to simplify, to clarify, and to automate your systems all in one. And you can also save money on subscriptions. There are many tools that we're using right now that are very popular that if you use Go High Level, you won't have to use them. Now I want to get into the different pricing. So Go High Level has 3 different pricing tiers. And the most common is their $97 per month starter plan. And that includes all of the tools to capture more leads. It includes online booking, pipelines, website builder. It includes unlimited contacts and users, and you're able to set up 3 sub accounts. Now, let me break down what that means. All the tools to capture more leads. So, think about forms on a website. How many of you have forms on your websites and you have to log into one place to see all of the submissions that came in and log into another place to actually set up the forms on your website? Well, with Go High Level, not only can you build as many forms as you want, but there are automations that can happen when someone submits that form. So think sending emails, sending text messages, automatic messages after someone clicks submit. Think if you have a form and there's different options. So if someone says yes to this question, forward them X, Y, and Z. All right, so the forms on Go High Level are actually very dynamic. There's a process when you sell things. And in Go High Level, you can set up that sales process via the pipeline so that at any given moment, you can run a report to see where you stand in each part of your sales process. All right. So with the pipeline, you can automate a lot of things. You can generate reports. It's excellent for lead management. So if you're managing a team, that's an excellent part of Go High Level to use and to leverage. Unlimited contacts and users means that you can have unlimited people sign up for your newsletter, and the pricing that you pay will not increase based on how many contacts you have in your system. What do we mean by 3 sub accounts? We're going to get more into this further along in this course, but Go High Level allows you to build 3 systems within your one system that you purchase. Okay, so if you have 3 different businesses, or if you have one business, but you run a digital marketing company, and let's say you want to start out and you have 2 clients, you can use your other 2 sub accounts to sell or to build out those 2 platforms for 2 different clients. So we're going to get more into that further on in the course, but I just want you to understand that with the $97 plan, it comes included 3 sub accounts already. The next pricing is the $297 a month plan. And with this plan, the main difference is you have unlimited sub accounts. So you can have as many websites / CRM combos as you want. There are also more features that allow you to manage a team. So the unlimited plan for $297 a month, I usually recommend it for people who have teams, because when you have teams, you want to be able to give access, let's say, to your assistant. Maybe you have someone who just focuses on booking on the calendars. You can give them access. If you're running like a real estate firm or insurance firm, and you want your agents to have access to leads, but you don't want to give them complete access to all of the contacts within the company, you're able to limit their access to the information on the CRM. Okay, so with the $97 a month plan, there are some limitations as far as giving people access to all of the CRM or certain parts to the CRM, which is why the $97 a month plan is more for like solopreneurs, or if you have a small team. Once you have a team, however, definitely you want to be with the $297 a month plan, number one. Number two, if you are in the business of building websites, if you are in the business of digital marketing, and that's what you're going to use Go High Level for, is to sell your digital marketing services, then the $297 a month plan is definitely for you as well, because you get unlimited sub accounts. So you can have 30 clients, for example, and have 30 different websites that you build for each person, right? And thirdly, we have the SaaS plan, SaaS. It's $497 a month. And this is for people who are all in the business of digital marketing. What I love about this plan is that there's something called white labeling, right? So you can sell your digital marketing services. Let's say if it's Green Acres Digital Marketing, right? You can sell it as Green Acres Digital Marketing, and no one has to know that you're actually using Go High Level as the platform to build out the website and the CRM. So that's what they mean by white labeling, number one. Number two, what I love about this plan is that you're able to give each of your clients Go High Level customer service. Okay, so with the first plan, the $97 a month plan, and the $297 a month plan, you do have access to customer service with Go High Level 24/7, but only you have that access as the agency owner. So if you have 20 clients, for example, that you built out their Go High Level, they don't have direct access to the customer service on Go High Level, which means that if they have any questions or they need help building it out, you are the customer service that they're going to be calling. And some that might work for some people. Some people might have a team already established for customer service, but if you don't have that team, I highly recommend upgrading to the $497 plan, because you are able to give your clients unlimited customer service, but it's actually Go High Level customer service agents. So definitely think about each stage and think about which one is best for you. Again, most people start out at the $97 a month plan, but it doesn't mean that it's the plan for everyone. Okay, it depends on your business goals, how your business is structured, and definitely how large your team is. I briefly mentioned in the last lesson about SaaS, SaaS, and that stands for Software as a Service. And I really want to tell you a little bit about this, because for those of you considering buying Go High Level to start your digital marketing journey or to expand your digital marketing journey and make it a business. So if you want to be in the business of providing digital marketing services, then Go High Level is an excellent option for you, because that's what this $497 a month plan is all about, right? It's for you to be able to build out these platforms for your clients, for you to be able to build out their websites and their CRM systems, automate all of their stuff, organize their marketing. So software as a service, think Zoom, think Slack, think Netflix. These are the examples that I have here. So these are all programs that are online, right? But you're not actually paying for the Netflix platform or Slack or Zoom. You're paying a subscription to have access to what they have, which means that you don't have to build out the actual software. I consider this a life hack, you guys, because we are not paying for all of the tools that Go High Level has. We're paying a subscription price, but that's about it. And with that subscription price, we have access to this platform that allows us to build these robust digital ecosystems for other people. So the SaaSpreneur in you allows you to resell these services. And so, like I said, for the purpose of this video, I'm not going all in with Go High Level, but within Go High Level, there are other services that you can resell as your own. So there's like WhatsApp for Business is an example. They have an AI employee all these things, they have other tools that within Go High Level that you can resell to your clients. All right. So if you want to get into SaaS and you become a SaaSpreneur, as you can tell, I'm so passionate about this because, man, location independent income. All right. I'm your bi-coastal bestie. Okay, if you're not following me by now on Then Came Marathon, I always talk about this. I am your bi-coastal bestie, and becoming a SaaSpreneur, really honing down on my digital marketing skills was a major game changer. It was what helped me to be able to make that lifestyle sustainable. So if you're looking for something like that, again, Go High Level, that's for you. So now we're going to get into Go High Level, the actual platform, and we're going to start with understanding the dashboard. And let's start with the agency view. There are two different views on Go High Level. You have the agency view and you have the sub-account view. So let's start with the agency view. Think of this as the master control center. All right. So it's where you're going to manage accounts, billing, snapshots, and overall settings. I'm going to circle back to snapshots, but let me continue for now. So you'll mostly spend time in this part of Go High Level if you're building out systems for other businesses. But if you're on a $97 a month plan, you're a solopreneur, you're only using Go High Level to manage your businesses, you won't spend as much time in this view. If you're the SaaSpreneur and you're building out systems for other people, then yeah, you will spend some time within the agency view. So let me just circle back to snapshots. And because this is such a great tool to use if you are going to be a SaaSpreneur, if you do want to build out websites and systems for other people, because a snapshot in Go High Level is a pre-made template to build out the system of another business, right? So it's like a starter kit for a business. So let's say you built out a great website for a real estate company and they're getting good results. You got great feedback and you've done this a couple of times. So you kind of have an idea of what should be included within the website and a CRM for a real estate company that can, as a baseline, right? So when you get more real estate companies to sign up as one of your clients, instead of starting from scratch building out their system, you can take the template that you have already created from one client and import it into the next client, which means you're able to build out the systems faster, which means that you can take on more clients, right? So I love this. And like I said, I don't want to get too techie, so we're not going to dive too much into snapshots for the purpose of this course, but I wanted to just put it out there so you can think about it. All right. So now let's move on to the sub account view. So with the sub account view, this is where all of the day-to-day build out of your systems happen. So think about the building of funnels, sending messages, building the websites, doing the automations. It's within this sub account view that you're actually going to build out the systems. So if you have a gardening company, let's say Canopy Gardenings, for example, is your company. Canopy Gardenings, you bought Go High Level, and at the agency view, that's where you're gonna be able to pay your subscription and change different settings. But even though you have the agency view and you're able to do some stuff there, in order for you to build out your website and your funnels and manage your CRM, you have to create a sub account or open a sub account for your gardening company. So everything that you see here, automations, calendars, conversations, this is where you're going to add your team members. You can add your team members and you can give them access or limited access to all or some parts of your CRM. This is where you're going to handle that for your business. So just remember that as we move forward with the course, that the agency view is the top level. The sub account view is under it. And if you're getting into SaaSpreneurship, you're going to have several sub accounts within your agency. Right now, we're going to take you inside of the website builder. And let's start with the templates, which is such a lifesaver because the website templates that are already included in Go High Level are really good. If you're not into designing, if you're not great with code, you don't need to worry. Go High Level gives you a very good starting point with the templates they already have online. So let's get into this. Click on sites and then right up top, we're going to go into websites and we're going to create a new website. Create a new website. Again, you can start from scratch, as you can see here, start from blank, or you can use the templates. So we're going to go ahead and use the templates. And for this example, we're going to be looking for automotive, so a mechanic. So let's see. You have car cleaning services, auto body shop. Let's just use auto body shop, for example. We're going to use this template. So it's going to add it on. All right. Now, we're not going to build out anything, like I said. This is not to get too techie today. It's just to introduce you to it. So this is the website builder part of Go High Level. And this is a template, right? So you can change every aspect of this website. So over here, you have the menu, right? So if your menu has different pages, you see this on the side, you can always go here to add an item, to add the different pages, right? You can switch everything here. You can click and just replace it, right? So you can replace the text with whatever you want, right? the buttons, when you click on the button, you can define where do you want people to go once they click that button. Over here under styles, you can also change the color. So you see this is red, for example. I can change it to any color that I want. The border color, you see how it's changing. And if you scroll all the way down here where it says button actions, you can control what you want to happen when someone clicks on that button. So over here you see link to. It can open a pop-up, it can go to a website URL, it can download a file. But there's so many different options that you can send someone after clicking the button. So it's very customizable. You can switch out the picture. So let's say you want to change this picture. You want to replace that picture with something else. Under here where it says image, you just click over here, and then it takes you to where you can upload any pictures that you have stored in your media storage. Okay, that's how you can replace it. This is amazing if you want to build out an entire website, if you want to build out a funnel, which we're going to check out next. Different, and it's very user friendly. So if you're already used to building websites with, let's say, WordPress, for example, it's pretty much the same. You just have to learn the Go High Level version of it, right? One of the things I love about the Go High Level website builder is it has built in, and I'm going to show you, SEO. So it really helps you with the SEO right here at the top, SEO metadata. You're able to fix all of this. You're able to organize the SEO metadata in here. So if you want to change the title of the page, you put the description. All of this is what pops up when someone Googles your business. And on the top, you have the business name, and then under it, you usually have like a 1 to 2 sentence description of the business. The better you get at that, the more Google ranks you higher. So it's really important when you build a website to have this metadata organized. And so I love the way that Go High Level has it, because it's really user friendly, it's straightforward, and you don't have to download an additional plugin for this. This is especially great for someone who's just getting started, right? There's way more to fix with SEO, but let's be real, not all of us are that into it or understand it. So this gives you a great starting point. So this lesson is about funnels. Think about a website as your resume, your business resume. So you go online and your website has what your product or service is, the history, about the founders, how to contact you. Each of your products or services has an individual page that goes into even more detail. So it's very layered and full of information. Well, think about a funnel as extracting just one of your work experiences on your resume and just having a resume with that one and only work experience. The purpose of the funnel is to get the person or get the client to focus on this one product or service, this one offer, and you put all of the information about it there. And the goal is to get them to click one button to take them to the next step, to either register for something, purchase a product, etc. Right? And maybe the third step will be a thank you page, but that's it. There's no menus at the top because you don't want the attention span to go into other areas. Remember, that's what the website is for. A funnel is just to focus on this one product, this one service, and get someone from being a prospect to actually being a client, right? Get them from window shopping virtually to actually purchasing with you. So if you can get their attention by focusing it on just one thing, it increases the chances of them actually becoming a client. So let's jump right inside of Go High Level. We're going to go to the sub account view. I'm going to switch it up right here. And again, just like how they have website template, they also have funnel templates, right? So for the sake of this example, here's a template that I already chose, and we're going to check it out. Okay, so over here, it gives you the funnel steps. The first step is the offer. So this is the actual web page of the funnel, right? So After the person goes through the funnel, the second step is they're going to book a consultation appointment. So that is the goal of this particular funnel example, is to get the person to book a consultation. And then the third step is the thank you page. So let's go to the offer page. This is where it's at. Click edit. And this is where you can switch up, adjust, change what's on the funnel page. All right, so as you can see up here, there's no menu, right? Logo here, you can add your logo. And it's all about getting someone to book an appointment. So over here, again, these are all things you can switch out. You can switch out the pictures, right? Add your words, um, change the pictures. You have FAQs here. You can edit that yourself as well. Testimonials, this nice map, right? So the point of this is to get the person to click this button here that says claim this special offer. And so when you click on this, it'll take you to step number 2, which we're going to go and see step number 2 right now. Step number 2 is the consultation appointment. So let's check that out. See how that looks. All right, so when they click on that button to book the appointment, see, it says your offer here has been claimed. Now let's book your appointment. So over here, the calendar would pop up and then they're able to book their appointment, right? This is step 2 of the funnel. You just switch up everything here, put your logo, and then after they book their appointment, they go to step 3, which is the thank you page. So let's take a look at that. Click edit. All right, so after they book their appointment, they automatically are taken to this thank you page. And what I love about these funnels, these pre-built templates for the funnels, is that it's all branded, right? So with each step that they go to, it's very consistent with the branding and the style. So it helps to add to your credibility and to build trust, especially if your client doesn't know you personally, you're just getting started. Things like this, it helps to add to your credibility and to build trust with your clients. All right, so now we're going to talk about forms. Forms are one of the ways that you can collect leads. Think about when you visited other websites. You can fill out a form to sign up for a newsletter, for example, to register for an event, to get more information. There's so many reasons why you sign up or you fill out a form on someone's website. On Go High Level, forms can trigger automations. So let's say someone signs up for your newsletter, they submit the form, they get into your newsletter, and you immediately after that want to send them a thank you or a 10% off discount or whatever you want to do. You can set up that automation, and we're going to talk more about automation in further lessons, but I'm going to leave it there for now. You can also embed these forms into your websites or your funnels, or you can have it as standalone links. So you can send someone a link to register for a tour, for example, and they only receive the form and that's it. You don't have to send them to the website. So just think of forms as one of the entryways to your digital ecosystem. So now let me show you briefly how it looks. All right, so here we are on the dashboard. On the left side, we're going to go to sites. And then up top over here, we're going to go to forms. And what I love about Go High, I love so many things about Go High Level, right? But again, they have templates. So let's say you want to add a form, you can choose a template. Let's check it out. And here is, let's see, register. Let's just choose this one just to check it out. So here you have a registration form for some health and wellness business. And you see, you can always edit these templates, or you can start from scratch, right? So if you go here to styles and options, you can always switch this for something else. They have full name, contact information. On the side over here on the left side is where you can switch out the different questions that you might want to add. Maybe you want a drop down option, right, where the person can click here and have different options, or you want them to check something. You got that. Here you have multi-line, so maybe you have something that says additional notes and they can add their notes. Yeah, so again, we're not going to go too much in like a tutorial phase. I just wanted to show you the options with the forms here. And you have notification settings. So when this form is submitted, you're able to click here and put in the email that you would like to receive the notifications when someone submits this form. All right, now we're entering into one of my favorite parts of Go High Level, which are the CRM tools, because this is where the magic happens. This is where you save time and you leverage technology. Okay, so let's go right into the conversations tab. So in the conversations tab, you're able to see all of the communication that you had with your clients. This is so amazing because before I had Go High Level, I would get messages, let's say from WhatsApp, right? From the emails, from social media, from the same person. And so after weeks pass, sometimes you don't remember everything that you spoke about with this person because you don't just have one client, right? Or let's say someone emails you an important document, it's in the email, but you're thinking, oh, it's in the Facebook messages because we also spoke on Facebook. So the conversations tab of Go High Level has all of that information in one place. As you can see here, we have in this section SMS, that's the text messagings, right? WhatsApp, you can connect your WhatsApp over here to Go High Level as well. You have your emails, right? And on the right side, you have information about the person. So this is really great for people who do sales, because what you want to do is you need to know all of the information or as much as you can about your lead in order to make sure that conversation runs as smooth as possible and you can close that sale, right? So it's going to be important to have certain information. So over here, you can see things like, besides their contact information, do not disturb, for example. You have tags over here. You can add different types of tags to so you can know and just have more information about the person. You see here where on the top where it says payment received. So you're able to see what they bought from you, how much they spent. And so if you have to follow up with this person 1 year from now, you can go to one location and get all of that information. So this is amazing. All right, so now we are on to the pipeline stage. The pipeline view of Go High Level is like your digital view of your sales process. It's the part in Go High Level where you're able to create a stage for each part of your sales process. And in each stage, there are a couple of actions you can take. What the owner of the business is able to do is to see where their clients are or where their leads are on the sales process at any given moment. You can generate a report and see how many people are in each of the stages. So right now I'm going to take you into the back end of Go High Level so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so let's hop into Go High Level. And the pipelines are found in the opportunities tab. So let's go into the opportunities tab right now. And what I have here is a simple pipeline stage for realtors. Over here, we have new lead, you have lead assigned, you have lead claimed, active prospect, you have dead lead or spam, 6 month follow up, you have a 12-month follow up, followed by under contract, and it ends with closed. Now, all of these stages can change depending on what business you are. Every business has their own stages of the sale process. So this is something you would have to think about and then create the tabs based on your business design. But you can create reports on this. When you put clients and leads into each of the stage, they get a card where you can see all of the details. So over here where it says stage, you can change the stages of where they're at in the pipeline. You see, you can manually change the stages there. You can put how much the opportunity value is or how much the sale is worth. Under tasks, you can assign tasks to people in your team, for example, or for yourself, a reminder. You can add any notes so that when you go back into the card at any time, you can see your notes. And you can just add so much information per person here. It's, again, a really great tool to help you to keep track of your clients and your leads. And you can also manually change the stages by just clicking on the card, the name card, and switching it to the pipeline stage that it is supposed to be in. Great tool to keep track of your sales process. Now we're going to go into the calendar section, which is this is where all the magic is going to happen. If you have bookings or you have appointment settings, this is where the magic is going to happen, is in the calendar section of Go High Level. So let's get into it right now. We're going to go into the calendar section. And over here, you can have different calendars. You can have calendars for the different members of your team. You can have calendars for the different services that you offer. And so right now, we're going to check one of the calendars that I have for digital marketing consultation, just to give you an idea of how this looks in real life. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to go inside of my digital marketing consultation calendar, and I'm gonna show you how it looks. So here is the space where you're gonna edit the calendar. So you can add logos, you can add the description of the calendar, right? You can customize it, add any colors, very similar to the Calendly function, right? The app Calendly. Availability, that's where you put your slots, your availability, your open slots. You can add a form to it. You can add payments to it. So if your process is someone books an appointment and then you charge them automatically, right here you can activate payments so that they don't have to go to a separate link or go to a separate email. Everything is done through this calendar. Notifications and additional options. So you can automate reminders. So you can send a reminder 1 month before, 1 week before, a day before, 1 hour before, for example. And you can also sync it with your other calendars. So if you use Google Calendar, Apple Calendar, this is where you do all of the customizations for the calendar. And like I said, it's very similar to what you do with Calendly. And this is the end result. It's very seamless, looks good. You can customize this as you want. The person chooses the day of the appointment, they choose the time, and then so you have you can, the next step, it depends on what you want. So with mine, it's a form that they fill out, and all of that goes into the back end of Go High Level. You get your notifications and keep it moving, right? Depending on what your process is with appointment setting and booking. So that's pretty much it. All right, now we're going into automations, and this is where your system works for you without you working. This is one of the most powerful parts of Go High Level, is the ability to automate communications to your clients or to your leads. All right, you gotta take advantage of this. So let's go right now. We're gonna go into Go High Level, slide down to automation, and I'm going to show you an example of some automations so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so let's go to marketing workflows. So this is the workflow view where you actually build out the workflow. On the top, you have the trigger, which is an appointment has been set. We make it bigger so you can see it. So the first step, or the trigger in this case, is someone confirming an appointment. And over here you can specify in which calendar it was confirmed. So once you confirm the calendar, then you save the trigger. Then you decide what happens next. So in this case, you can remove new lead from workflows and update the opportunity to booking stage, right? So you can change the pipeline stage, send a confirmation email, right? So someone books the appointment and then you send an email saying whatever you want it to say. Here's an example. It has the details of the appointment, the time, the day, right? and any links that you want to include, you decide what goes into this confirmation email. You can also do something that says wait. So in this case, wait 24 hours before the appointment, before sending the next email or the next action. So you have your 24-hour reminder email, you have your 1 hour reminder email, you can send a text message, you can decide whatever action you want to take and design it here in the automation. So with automation, it's really important to think again, what is your sales process? Also, what is your communication process, right? So you have your sales process, but then what types of communications are accompanied by that? And then think about which part of that communication process can be automated. Because yes, there are instances where you're going to want to send personalized messages or phone calls, but I know that there's something that you do over and over again that you can have it replaced by a machine by way of creating these automations within your CRM system. So this is what the automation part of Go High Level does for you. Social media. How can Go High Level help you with your social media? Well, for one, it can consolidate all of your social media platforms into one. So you're going into one place to review posts, to review comments, to schedule posts. Let's get right into it. So we're gonna go into Go High Level and go into the marketing section. And over here you see planner, right? So over here you can create your posts, you can schedule them, and you can define which one of the social media platforms is going to go on, and this is where you can do it, right? So you can also, they help you with your, it also helps you with your content, right? So there's some content that's you're going to have it over and over again. You have a template library, so if you have writer's block and you want technology to help you come up with ideas for posting, they have a template library based on the different niches or different categories of business. So if you need some fun ideas to fill in your calendar for the month, you can also use some of the posts that they have here, some of the templates that they have, and customize it for your business. Sort of like when Canva, they have templates, or you have website templates, is the same type of thing. So you choose a template and you can customize it. You can review the comments on each of the platforms that you have. So this is great if you don't want to keep logging into different Facebook and Instagram and YouTube, and you want to reply from one place. This is great. Statistics, you can look at the numbers. How are your posts doing? You can look at the social trends that's happening if you want to jump on the trends. So it gives you an overview of what's happening in general as far as what's trending on social media. This is a great tool if you have a social media manager, for example. If you're not the one actually doing the posts, then you can delegate. Ad manager allows you to create your Facebook ads from here. And I want to point something out about ad manager real quick. I'm not going to go too much into detail, but yes, you can set up your ad manager and do ads directly through Facebook. But over here with Go High Level, you're able to take those Facebook ads to the next level. And one of the ways you can do that is by creating retargeting ads. So when you do it in Go High Level, it tracks the behaviors of the people clicking on your ads. So if you want, for example, some people might click on the ad but not actually take action. Well, Go High Level can get a report of how many of those people clicked but didn't buy, and you can generate another Facebook ad that targets those specific people. And so you just increase the chances or the possibilities of someone clicking your ad and taking action. All right. So if email is part of your marketing strategy and you're sending out newsletters or you're sending out weekly emails, I know many of us might use platforms such as MailChimp, Constant Contact. Those are very common newsletter or email campaign platforms. Well, Go High Level has that included into their system. And the great thing with Go High Level is you have an unlimited number of contacts that you can send out these emails to. So with other platforms, there are tiers, right? And if you pass a certain number of contacts, then your subscription, your monthly subscription increases. Well, the subscription you pay for Go High Level includes the ability to email an unlimited number of contacts. So let me show you. Go into marketing, gonna click on emails, and this is where you're going to see they also have templates. Again, like I love templates because not everyone is a designer. You know, people's brains, they work in different capacity. I'm not a designer brain, so but I could finesse a template though. So let's take a look at some of the templates that they have that you can adjust, you can edit them. And again, these are, it is unlimited, right? So you can choose whichever template fits for your business, and you can also build from scratch as well. For those of you who have more of the creative mind, you can build your own template. Okay, kudos to you if you can do that. Okay, so here's an example of a template. We're going to click on this education tutoring. So if you are familiar with MailChimp or Constant Contact, this interface of editing looks very similar. So on this section right here, you can segment who you want to send the newsletter to. So Go High Level has many different ways that you can categorize your list. So this is where you would come and organize that part. So that way it doesn't go out to all of your contacts, but it goes out to who you want it to, or the segment or the group of people you want the emails to go out to. Okay. And that's pretty much it for the newsletter part. All right, so that was just a brief overview of what Go High Level is. If you made it this far and you're like, I want to get Go High Level, this is an amazing platform, I want to try it out, please use my affiliate link. I'll be sending you guys an email with the affiliate link, but it's also in the description part of this lesson as well. I do want to point out that Go High Level is just the meat and potatoes of your digital ecosystem. And the framework of my company is we build holistic digital marketing ecosystems, because in our experience, so many people say, oh, I want a website, and they just get a website. Or they figure I need to get good on social media and they focus on their social media. Or they're like, oh, I want to try this email marketing, and they focus on that. But in reality, if everything is not talking to each other, number one, you're not leveraging your digital ecosystem. That's number one. So everything should be connected and talking to each other, right? And number two, before you even get to the digital side, before you even touch your computer, the most important, this should be number one, but the most important thing is, what is your story? What is your brand, right? What is your solution to all of this? What is your branding? What is your solution? How are you helping people transform their lives using your business? And so before you even touch your computer, or before you even get started on your digital marketing stuff, it's really important to hone down on what that is. So and after that, the last thing is, once you have this robust system built, what are you going to do with it, right? Because you can have a beautiful business with all the things, right? But if there's no address connected to your business and nobody knows where it's at, it's just going to be a beautiful diamond, right? But if you want people to appreciate the diamond, you have to reel them in. You got to put an address on your business, and you have to get them inside of it. You have to spread the word. So what is your marketing looking like, right? What social media platforms are you using? Are you on all the things, or are you just focused on one, two, or three platforms? What does your email marketing campaign look like? Is that even part of your digital ecosystem? You don't need all the things. You just need what works for you, and you need to be consistent. So if that interests you and you understand and you agree with me that a holistic digital marketing strategy is the way to go, I strongly encourage you to sign up and to register for my course. My course will teach you how to build a holistic digital marketing ecosystem for your business. This course is amazing, especially if you are an influencer, that your platform has grown, and so now you are an influencer, right? Which means that you're connected to different brands, or maybe you're coming out with your own sales. You're growing, you're sprouting. Well, your digital ecosystem is also going to grow and going to sprout, and that can be overwhelming sometimes, right? So Go High Level allows you to consolidate all of your emails, your funnels, your websites. You can go into one single system to organize all of that. If you are a business owner and you already have an existing web presence, but you need it to be consolidated, you want to start automating some systems, right? So that you can focus more on actually doing the business and not so much time marketing the business or answering emails. You have to go into WhatsApp, you got to go into text messages, you got to go into emails, then you got to look at your social media messages, and messages are going everywhere. If you want to automate that, you want to consolidate that, this is definitely for you. And last but not least, if you're looking for a way to earn income working from home, independent location income, for my bi-coastal besties, okay, especially my bi-coastal besties. The best way to create a sustainable bi-coastal lifestyle is to have location independent income. And if you're into digital marketing or want to get into it, this is a skill that you can learn and you can monetize off of it, right? This is the skill that's helped me personally be able to maintain my bi-coastal lifestyle as a mom of three young children. All right, this is a real true solution that doesn't only work for me, okay, but is working for millions of people who are seeking this type of income, who are seeking freedom, financial freedom, who are looking for independent location freedom, right? So I want to thank you guys again for taking your time to go through this course, and let me know if you have any questions. I'm building the community so you can drop your questions in there. So thank you guys so much for getting through this mini course, this mini crash course of Go High Level. And I hope that by now you decide if it's for you or if it's not for you. And if you have any questions or you want to book a consultation with me, all of my links are here. And I know by now I'm in your inbox. So just reach out to me and we can definitely answer any of your questions. Okay. Thank you so much for watching and good luck on your journey.